Again, that Reyna is a really, really key point. You put the focus on Sonda. I think the focus has to be on Sonda. Takes up the Sheriff as well. Mel's in deep position looking at Jail. Couple whiffs down to 29. Rendezvous available. There's a flash as well to slow things down. Laurie actually burning the dash as well. Not what you want to see, but looking to gain some more ground towards the safe side. They know at this point there's been enough delay that this is going to be there's going to be a lot of players here. The drone goes forward to clear the backside. That's very important. And Sonda is getting damaged from up high.
Yeah, it's onto a key part of the retake. Annie falling means that your intel gathering is going to be a little bit less confirmed, and Alexis now has to find value on the backside of this site. Still possibly an opportunity to get forward, but a shock dart will take them out of the picture, leaving it to a 3v4 retake scenario. Toxic Screen providing a literal line in the sand at the moment, and Panini on the back side of it has done well, not just to find one, but to take down two. Jazz by themselves, though. Oh, Sheriff in hand, nearly able to collect and isolate two different members, but not going to happen, and what has been a rarity.
Them here.
And a delayed wall just to make sure that you're kind of misguiding and not giving away too much here for Cloud9 White to set around this wall initially, so now you kind of have to respond to it. Toxic Screen goes up. Cloud9 do have a lot of defensive contestants nearby. And as the Owl drone starts to fly through, it actually does not get to see if there are any defenders on the back side of this. Knife delayed. Katsumi on the opener. A lot of numbers that are still here. Katsumi was actually swapping between the Ghost into an SMG and makes great use of it. It's going to be 4 kills for Katsumi. Mel to finish off the final. And the only thing for SR that they get is the spike plant.
That hurts. That really... oh, that hurts. That's really... Oh, that's tough, man. You start to feel good about SR getting that opening pistol, but then this happening. Oh, it's just so painful. It's so painful, Shift. I can't express it enough.
Yeah. Flipping the economy, Cloud9 White. Only holding on to just the one SMG, everyone else on rifles, and Shopify just under 2 marshals for this next round.
Yeah, you can see Shopify taking things a little bit slower here, but looks like Sonda's going to get picked off towards belts. So one by one, they are falling. And Mimi is also going to go down towards Garage. So not too much really working out here. Everyone's trying to take their individual battles, and the weapon superiority so far working. Jazzy with a great position.
Spike down,
if they can prevent Flowerful from getting any additional damage, they're going to feel great about this one. And they do it. Katsumi with the headshot, and 2-1 is the opening score now for Cloud9 White. This is map 2.
Really will resonate very, very loudly towards that cause. But early information, early Toxic Screen and Poison Cloud being set up, and it's Shopify trying to get some high ground control over the A site, trying to make me eat my words.
Yeah, looking to get that scale going, and in a while we'll see that flank coming through from Jazzy. So we'll see if they can get that far though. Shopify onto the site, and they're not getting the ground that they need to get the plant in. And second by second, Jazzy's closing in, but it won't matter because the hold here is fantastic from Cloud9, and
that you would get out of literally any other flash right now in the game, maybe save Phoenix. So I don't know. It's a difficult decision being made, but Cloud9 are actually going to look to play a little bit aggressive here. Owl drone to scout out Flowerful. That's going to allow Jazzy to peek through tube if they want to, and Mel is still in a forward position to try to deny this initial cross towards B. So Cloud9 White are going to get full map control for absolutely free.
Mel, actually, the barrel of the gun, if she goes a bit deeper, could give a position away. However, played it perfectly. Sonda actually moves into the worst possible spot, for Sonda at least. And you can see that the push is triggered across, and Jazzy is so far forward. C9 know everything right now. They have essentially a mental map hack with all the information.
Oh, that just can't happen. Katsumi, I thought, was going to get completely caught off guard, holding onto the paranoia, but throws the shoulder for information, gets the read, tosses the paranoia, still wins the gunfight. Now it's 5v3, and it's one of those situations where it's just, well, what do we do now? 35 seconds on the clock, no weaponry, not a lot of great utility. Laurie has to go forward, trying to make a heroic play. Does at least set up a trade for Flower, who turns that to a snap for a second, so maybe an opportunity looming as we get to a 2v3, but the problem is still the clock.
And he drew on a perfect angle there, able to get the punish in. And as you said, the clock is certainly a huge issue, and Cloud9. They could play the time if they wanted, but they want to go for the kills. Mel's going to finish it off, and
matchup, there was an individual player difference that allowed TSM to contest Cloud9 White. Yesterday, Shopify Rebellion had a bit of a team difference where they were outplaying on a macro level the play style of Cloud9 White. But Cloud9 White were still able to use the opposite of those two things to overcome, find major comebacks. And now today, it's an individual and team difference going on right now in favor of Cloud9 White, which just makes them extra dangerous. So, double scope setup going into this one, which will put a lot of pressure once again on these individual duelists to have to win battles if there's going to be ever an opening towards either of these two sites.
And Mel has that very elevated position. Doesn't get a catch though. And we'll see if Shopify can advance further. The drone comes through. That hopefully gets a tag onto Mel. Will be forced to rendezvous away. So that's going to create some more space that will be gained here by Shopify, as Alexis is forced to a close-range battle. It's looking good here on the entries for Shopify, managing to get some work done here. In it comes the Hunter's Fury, looking for a connection. Not quite going to find it. Very close there to Anidro, and Katsumi with that shot onto Sonda does create some openings here on the retake, but it's about these individual 1v1s now.
Yes, operator in hand just misses their counterpart, Lori down low. So now it is down just to the blades. Can they set anything up? No more paranoia for Katsumi, so it's just dark covers available. But how about that angle for Jazz? 1v1 now. Lori, knives of their own. Bit of an anime battle up top, but it's going to be Jazz that takes the high ground control, winning the 1v1, and an opportunity for Shopify Rebellion once again quelled and put aside as Cloud9 White go up 5-1.
Against Cloud9 was that strategically they did a lot really well, especially on bind. Now, right now, they're losing out on the strategic game, and they're losing out on the individual battles. So that's kind of the problem. But we'll see if they can connect some shots here. Not going to work out for Flowerful, though.
It's just one of those, you get into rounds like this with how good C9 are playing, and you just kind of, I think mentally, everyone who's watching is just like, well, Cloud9 will take this round. Null Command's going to come through. We'll see if that will hold, though, as Sonder still finds a piece of timing around the corner. Shock dart's queued up, but here we go. Sheriff's really coming to life. Still need to deny this resurrection, though, because you do have the ability to potentially get Alexis back if you can get far enough forward, but that will fade away. And how about Sonder confirming the kill and also tallying a third? Empress is popped here. No need for it, though, as KP will make safe the flank. And all right, there's the first instance of Shift eating his words. Clean round for Shopify through the Sheriffs to execute towards A.
But so with that said, we've got, once again, the pressure coming into the A side of the map. And Jazzy's up on pipes.
This is a very safe location for Jazz to stay, by the way, as well, especially with that knife suppression coming through. Not only do you have the ability of flashes, but there's also dark covers that could be sent. This is a very confident position for Jazz to hold. Flash over the top. No peek through it, though. Sonder literally on the other side of pipes. That first point of contact could be this entire execute for SR.
And the thing is that Cloud9 have the info mid, and also, especially with that drone, and also Mel is just watching over B long, so they know that it's going to be the safe play. They just have to wait and see what SR do, and they're going to go for it now. Sonder trying to pull the trigger on all of these players here. Backside position is only going to get the one. Opened his team up, though, to get the following kills. However, are they going to expect... or should they understand that Alexis is sitting there? Alexis has played that spot quite a few times, and you can see there it is. There comes the shock darts once again for the punish, and it now falls onto Mel on the rotation.
It would be a 1v3 in technicality, Dan. And I think all of us just inched a touch forward on our chairs because we know what Mel's capable of. Has information on both players, gets the first, knows that KP's up top, hits the headshot through the wall! And it's another Red Bull clutch from Mel. One of, I don't even know what, you're going to need fingers, toes, and other extremities to count through this series of the Game Changers. Mel just, oh boy.
Oh, the fact that she gets the info on where both players are, and they have no idea, that so rarely happens. And it all comes down to the angles.